It's Friday, April 30th. We're at Canal Place for another release weekend. It's a beautiful day this Friday. A line of storms went through. The skies are blue as the eyes can see. So it's going to be a great weekend for this release. What are we releasing? It's the next in our Extragalactic Origin series. This is our 8% Imperial Gose series. This time it's going to be with strawberries and mango. Now, how did you come up with the name, Ron? Extragalactic, what does that mean? Growing up as a kid, I read a lot of sci-fi. I was into aliens, I built model rockets. So that was a pretty big part of my childhood. So in coming up with this series, trying to get different fruit combinations paired with a little bit of salinity from the Gose to create something unique, not normally done, that's what we were trying to do. So extragalactic means outside of our galaxy. Our galaxy is the Milky Way, so this is like way outside of our galaxy. So this kind of plays on, you're not gonna find this in a lot of places anywhere. So we kind of went with that space theme because it's kind of cool. So what is this beer exactly? It's an 8% Imperial Gose, like I mentioned. This one uses 880 pounds strawberries and 880 pounds of mango. Now this kind of came out of our fruit dance party series in the Valley, which is a pure sour, no salt. And for that one, we released a strawberry peach version around October 2020. So we were gonna do the Gose version of that, but when it came down to brewing it and we were lining up the fruit, there was no peach in the quantities that we needed available. So we had to make a choice and sell a different fruit that they had available. We chose mango, never working with this specific combination before. We were like, all right, let's scale it up. So we took a chance and it came out great. Now you're kind of thinking 880 pounds strawberry, 880 pounds of mango in 40 barrels. What does that mean to me? How does that relate? What's the visual on that? So I ran the math, and 880 pounds of strawberries in a 13 to 16 ounce glass is about 4 medium strawberries. And it will also be the equal amount of mango. So it's a fairly good amount of fruit in this beer. And the other ingredients are, we use mostly Pilsner malt. It's the lightest malt you can use. Sours, which are a wheat base type of a beer. It uses wheat. And then we throw in a little bit of acidulated malt. That's our pH correction malt as we mash and sparge for these very light beers. And that is how this is made. We usually make it over the course of the weekend. So we'll mash it on Friday. We'll do a CO2 purge, and then we'll inoculate the wort with our souring lactobacillus blend. That'll work its way over the weekend until we get the right pH, and then we will finish the boil with our boiling hops, and then we'll pump it into the fermenter on top of fruit on Monday, and then that'll ferment over the course of a week and a half. Then we'll finish it, and we'll do our salinity correction based on how this beer came out. Because every one of our sours, our Goses that we do, it's not the same amount of salt. Each fruit and fruit pairing works differently. So it's tough to, you don't want to just put the same amount of salt in the boil kettle and call it a day, because you've got to balance this particular pairing of fruit with the salt, right amount of salt to bring out those flavors exactly how you want it without it being too briny, or without being, hey, where's the salinity? When you smack your lips, you just get a hint of salt on it. That's what you want to go for. Not the ocean salt, but just a hint of salt. So let's give this a try. So these are always fun brewing, a little bit scary because during the souring process, if you don't have a good oxygen purge, or if there's any other organism getting in there while the lactobacillus is souring, it could start fermenting that wort and it could go bad. We've had one batch of sour that we've had to just toss down the drain because that happened. It's the only time it's happened in the valley or canal place, but us brewers, we always run a risk of making sours. So, but this one went off without a hitch. And this one came out a lot more clear than a lot of our other sours have been. It just depends on the type of fruit combination that we have in the beer. We don't even use any fining agents or clearing agents. It's just slightly opaque. And I can smell that fruit and that little bit of sourness from here. And it's not dominant, overly dominant in one fruit. Mango is more of a neutral fruit. Strawberry, you need to use a lot of strawberry to get that. I think this has that good balance between mango and strawberry, so one does not dominate the other. That's a good beer. And it's only going to be getting warmer as the weeks improve, hitting the 80s. This is going to be dangerous. Lick your lips. Just a hint of salinity. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for a Gose. No, that's a great beer. It's going to be a good crusher. Food pairings. Now we actually have a great food pairing of something that Canal Place is doing in their kitchen. So Nick, our head chef, he came up with a spring salad that we put on the menu a couple weeks back. That features arugula, strawberries, red onion, chili roasted pecans, goat cheese, balsamic, and olive oil as a dressing. So that, if you're looking for something light, that's going to be a great pairing, that spring salad along with this Gose. Other food pairings, seafood is good, and pure cheese pairings, goat and Asiago. So the spring salad does use goat, so it's kind of a match made in heaven. So if you're coming in this weekend or all the next couple of weeks, we hope to have it on draft. Definitely get the spring salad with a 13-ounce pour of the Extragalactic Origins. You're gonna like that pairing a lot. And that is all for this review. We hope to see you.